The run up to the Christmas break. This is one of the great opportunities of the year, one of the great opportunities to get ahead of your competition. It's one of the most commonly wasted opportunities. It's a crazy time of year. I want to share a few tips, just 3 or 4 tips on how to make sure between now and Christmas you set yourself up for a great 2024. You don't waste the opportunity, but actually use this opportunity to get ahead of everyone else. And it is among the easiest opportunities you get in the year. By the way, it's also how you end up having a great Christmas break. Let's get into it. What I usually see during this time of year is people kind of desperately running madly, frantically, right up until whenever it is they stop, the last minute before Christmas. Now, in some industries, it is a busy time. In other industries, it's a very quiet time. Too many people haven't planned for it though, and what they end up doing is just getting frantic. They're behind on their plans and they just do whatever they can. They're getting tired, they run to the end, they get to the end, and they kind of collapse the day before Christmas. And then they turn up again in January at some point, a couple of weeks later maybe. Some people come back in the new year. A lot of people actually don't really get going until sort of Australia Day. So they've actually blown off a month in that process. And then, by the way, when they get back on Australia Day, that's when they say, righto, new year, better start planning for it. Not the time to be planning the new year. You're already into it. So let's avoid that. Okay, let's focus short term first. And I just got a couple of tips on how to make the most of this period of time. Stop now, because we're still a few weeks out, still got plenty of time until Christmas. Stop now and ask yourself 2 or 3 really, really useful questions. Ask yourself genuinely, honestly, what is the single most valuable thing I can complete before Christmas? Ask yourself, what is at the moment this is now my time, my single greatest point of leverage that I could apply? That's the thing that I could invest my time into that would have the biggest payoff, the biggest multiplier effect. It might be related to the answer to another question. What is the thing when I arrive back in January that I will be most happy I completed in December? You know, what's that thing that will set me up best once I get to the new year? Get it done. The other version of that, of course, is when I get into my Christmas break, if I'm feeling stressed during that holiday, what is it I'll be stressed about? What is it that I will wish I had done back in November and December? Ask these questions of yourself and give yourself a reasonable amount of time to do it. Think deeply on it. This is valuable. If you have a great run up to Christmas, you finish the year strongly, you complete a couple of things, and indeed you get yourself set up for a brilliant start in the new year, instantly you're going to be ahead of the majority of your competition, because they will be the people, they are the average, and let's be honest, the average is not high, but the average is dying slowly into Christmas and then stopping and starting to think about it again at some point in the second half of January. You can beat that easily. So ask yourself those questions. Think deeply on them. A couple of other specific points to consider. One of the things you should absolutely get done before Christmas, and I guess I've alluded to this already, is your plan for next year. You want to hit Christmas knowing you've got a really strong plan for 2024. Now, I know a lot of people plan to the financial year, as do I. I also plan for the calendar year. I did a plan in May and June, that got me ready for the financial year. And then what I do is I stop halfway through the year, have a look and see what's happened, see where I've got to. Things on track, new ideas I've had, new opportunities that have come up. So revisiting and updating your plan for another 12 months, which includes, of course, getting your first 90-day plan done for the period from January through to March. So get your plan done for the new year. Also consider a couple of things for yourself. By the end of the year, by Christmas, what is one skill of mine that I would really like to upgrade, one learning I would like to have? Then choose a book or a couple of podcasts to listen to, a book to read, find a way to upgrade it, learn it. Get a friend to help observe you. And what is one habit I'd like to really lock in before Christmas, ready for the new year? That way, if you combine these things together, you can hit Christmas celebrating. Actually, I've made progress myself. I've got better. I've improved. You can also say, and I also completed a couple of specific things, high value things. I'm feeling pretty good. And I've made sure to complete the things that might have worried me during Christmas and that are most valuable in the new year. I've set myself up for a great holiday break. When I turn up in January, I know I'm going to hit the ground running because I am ready to go. Ask yourself those questions. Give it enough thought. Invest some time in it and give yourself some good, strong, specific answers. Do those things and you'll have a great break and you'll be ready in the new year. All the best now.